First time since 1994, the NBA Finals is back to a Game 7. A champion will be decided tonight in the last game of the NBA season. The San Antonio Spurs trio of Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Tony Parker square off one last time with the Heat's big three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. The Spurs have never lost an NBA Finals series, but LeBron James and the Heat have been in this situation before. Now Miami does have the home court edge, so it will be important for the Spurs to get off to a quick start if they want any chance of being named champions. By the end of tonight, Duncan will have his fifth ring, or LeBron will begin his quest for not one, not two, but a third championship ring. Husker fans get excited because the dates have been set for the opening day of Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska will take on Cinderella Florida Gulf Coast Friday, November 8th. The start time will be announced later, but there will be festivities throughout the day. The women's program will take on UCLA in their first regular event in the building at noon. Nebraska also has partnered with StubHub, which will allow fans to purchase tickets and use electronic ticket delivery. Husker fans were deeply touched this past spring by the story of Jack Hoffman, the 7-year-old cancer survivor who is now one of the first that comes to mind when speaking of Husker football. Jack had his dream fulfilled when he ran a 69-yard touchdown during the Huskers spring game. Hoffman will complete his last session of chemotherapy for pediatric brain cancer next Tuesday. Team Jack and other teen cancer survivors were given VIP treatment at this weekend's College World Series in order to celebrate. When we all thought Game 6 of the NBA Finals couldn't be topped, we got an encore performance in last night's Stanley Cup Final. Game 4 was an eventful one for those of you who made it past their bedtime. After sitting out Game 3, the Blackhawks' leading scorer, Marian Hossa, was back on the ice. Chicago scored an early goal, but Boston tied it up late in the first on a goal by Rich Peverly. Blackhawks goalie Corey Crawford has been great throughout the playoffs, but has struggled a bit against the Bruins' four-line attack. The Hawks went up 3-1 on a goal by Patrick Kane, but that was quickly followed by a breakaway save by Boston's Tuukka Rask and a goal by Marcus Kruger. One of the strangest goals ever made in hockey came in the third period. Zdeno Chara took a shot, went high off the glass behind Crawford, then bounced back in front of the net and was quickly put in place by Patrice Bergeron. NHL Hockey tweeted, "And just like that, we're even again." The Bruins scored with less than 8 minutes to play, sending the game to an overtime tied at 5. Let us all remember to breathe. #Stanley Cup. The Blackhawks' Brent Seabrook was the hero yet again, scoring the game winner halfway through the overtime. The series heads back to Chicago for Game 6, tied at 2. While it's only June and early in the recruiting process, the latest 2014 recruiting rankings are out, and the Huskers now lie at number 36. The Cornhuskers jumped 34 spots from number 70, but still stand in the sixth in the Big Ten. The Big Red weekend landed Nebraska 6 commits, suggesting that recruiting success could rely heavily on getting the recruits to Lincoln for a visit. That's a look at our sports for Star City News. I'm Kelsey Robinson. Let's go back to you guys.